It's Deprogrammed, the podcast where we try to get you into a band or act or artist or all three. And all you have to do is sit back, push play, and listen. Today, my name is Justin, and today we're going to be talking about Alkaline Trio. How about that? And if you want to be part of more than a trio, I don't know, what would 17 be? Patreon.com/ohhijustin. That's the short sell. Let's jump here because finally this is technically part of the John F sessions. We're recording it separately from the other, technically 4 at this point. But John F joining us.
Yeah, hey. Thanks for having me back, Justin. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, I must like you or something because you and I are going to talk a lot over the next 2 weeks.
You're going to get real sick of me over the next few days.
He's the one that's volunteering to do a ton of music. I think that's where it comes down to more, the guinea pig, if you will.
Yeah, he put out all these bands, and we're doing 5 over the course of 2 weeks. So today it starts with Alkaline Trio, and the other voice you heard, Joe Leone.
And normally it's a rotating trio, but I feel like I've been like, well, I guess technically you're Matt Skiba.
Okay.
And I'm the rotating third, I would say.
You're the drummer of to
this show. I feel like that. So, but hey, I'm happy to be here.
Now, so I don't remember if you actually put Alkaline Trio up there, John, or did you hop on Alkaline Trio? This might have been one of the few that you actually hopped on.
No, I think I put them up.
Okay.
I feel like I was going through the list one day and I happened to see John's name on Alkaline Trio. I was like, hell yeah, I'll do Alkaline Trio. I feel like that was the case.
Yeah, because I'm actually surprised at that point. Then I think when you put it up there, I think I might have even said, I can't believe nobody's recommended Alkaline Trio. So talk to me about Alkaline Trio. You were just saying something just before we started recording that I thought was really interesting about God Damn It, actually.
Yeah, like when that album came out, I think it was either late 1998 or early 1999 that it was kind of a new thing. Like it kind of started that emo-ish punk movement that matured in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that record was super important to me as a 20-year-old, as a 21-year-old. I listened to it all the time. Probably saw this band 5 or 6 times in that couple of years, 1999, 2000. They came to Atlanta, I think, a lot, and they were so great back then. Like, just there was no eyeliner, no anything weird. They would just rock it out.
Right. That was, like you said, that was the beginning of kind of like the movement, right? Of I guess, I don't know. Would you kind of say that they're, I don't know if you'd say like, I can't even think of the word, like a thrash kind of punk, sort of, right? Like they're just so heavy.
It came out. I mean, the record came out on Asian Man Records out of Chicago. Mm-hmm. Like they were just kind of a local Chicago band. Like Matt was in Jerkwater. He was like a drummer. Dan was in a band called Tuesday, which is like a super like sweaters and glasses like emo band.
Okay.
And Glenn, the drummer, was in 88 Fingers Louie, which is more like kind of just a punk band. And they were just kind of a local, like they didn't really fit in with kind of the punk that was popular at the time. They had like these sensitive songs and like long instrumental breaks in the songs and like, right. But yeah, I think that record was super influential to like a whole generation of kids that listened to it when they were in high school and college.
It's kind of like, hey, we're Alkaline Trio. We're going to rock your face.
And it kind of turned into that My Chemical Romance scene. Mm-hmm. I think those bands like that, this record, I think if you asked them, they would go back to like the Alkaline Trio was one of the bands that influenced them at the beginning.
All right. So
I could definitely see that.
Well, yeah. So Joe, like basically almost predecessors to your music.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your relationship with Alkaline Trio.
But the funny thing with that is like, I actually didn't even know about Alkaline Trio until maybe like 2008. Honestly, and my first introduction to Alkaline Trio was which album was it? Maybe I'll Catch Fire.
Okay,
that was my first introduction to it. My buddy had had his whole iTunes, and he had all of that album, and then a couple other from the other older stuff. But so that was my first intro to Alkaline Trio, and yeah, I don't know. I just think that record, especially maybe kind of the way that God Damn It was for John, but that record to me was just like, man, like there's so much, I don't know, like grit and emotion to that album. And
yeah, maybe I'll Catch Fire is a weird record. It's nothing. It's not like anything else they've ever done.
Yeah, and it just that really caught me, being the emo kid that I am. So it was like, yeah, and really. I know when we were talking about what songs we were going to do, going through this now, knowing what comes after, like we talked about Crimson. I remember saying in the message that we were kind of losing some songs or something like that or whatever. And then John, made his comment of that, nothing was really that good after Crimson. And
I stand by that.
No, 100%. Like I'm going back, I totally stand by with you. And I reread my message and I was like, man, I sounded like such a snowflake there. I was definitely not offended, though. I promise. I was just like,
sure. They had kind of an interesting career because they had the first couple albums with Glenn, who was the drummer. Then they got the drummer from the Smoking Popes for a couple albums, and their sound kind of changed a little bit. Like they moved to Vagrant Records and got a little poppier, like tried to hit more of a mainstream sound. And then he left, and they got the drummer from the Suicide Machines, Derek, and moved to, I think it was Epitaph, or they were on a major label, I think, for a couple of records, but their sound really changed. Like they got, like starting with Crimson, it got super produced. Like they started having like horns and keyboards, and they really tried to push, like in 2005, 2006, 2007, they were really trying to push into being that breakthrough, like mainstream popular band, and it just didn't work. Like for whatever reason, people, I don't think, connected with them as much as they did with, your My Chemical Romances and your whoever's. But yeah, and then they had kind of an interesting career. Then they kind of went away. I think Agony and Irony and This Addiction. I think This Addiction is considered the worst because that was kind of the comeback record when they were really, the songwriting wasn't as good. Like I think there was one album where he was just writing about, he had just got divorced. I don't want to get into the personal stuff, but because I wasn't there, obviously I don't know him. But yeah, they've had kind of an interesting career arc where they started out as kind of this underground thing, and then they tried to get really popular, but it didn't work. And now, Matt Skiba's in Blink-182, and they came out with a new record this past year.
Yeah, I was gonna say that definitely Crimson. You could definitely tell. That was the last one I was listening to on my way up here, and just that change. I was like, man, this is, you can definitely tell that it's more produced and like cleaner. It's not as gritty as previous albums and whatnot. I like Crimson, but I think you were definitely right. After Crimson was just, I wasn't going through even though it wasn't on our list of like stuff to listen to, I listened to the newer stuff before this list, and after going back and forth, I was like, yeah, I think John was definitely right with his saying of Crimson, and before that is the go-to, and yeah, I totally agree.
Now, so for me, Alkaline Trio is one of these bands that was just always on the periph for me. Ronald Martin was supposed to be the fourth panel member on this.
I was going to say, where's Ron?
And he bailed last minute. I don't know if it was...
God damn it.
And the thing is, he bailed like a week or two ago. So like, I don't think it was anything like family related. Maybe he just didn't feel like... Maybe he doesn't like them as much as he remembered.
Could be.
But his brother, John, was way into Alkaline Trio. Like, let's see, when did he live with us? That would have probably been 04, 05. He was like super into Alkaline Trio, and I just remember him having that, like the CDs all the time, and I remember seeing these CDs, and so like it always had this. They always had this negative connotation to me. I'd never heard a song at that point. Never heard one single song, but like. I like to make fun of John for his musical choices. And so Alkaline Trio just kind of became the butt of a joke for me, even though I'd never heard them.
And you were in can't tell Justin nothing mode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can't tell me nothing about music.
Yeah. Thankfully, John was smart enough to never really do that to me, other than he forced us to listen to Andrew WK's first record when we were. In hindsight, yes, nice. But at the time, I'm like, oh my God. We listened to it for like 6 straight hours.
I mean, speaking of, that's the only good record for Andrew.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure of that.
We don't have to go there, but
yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I remember at the time, like, I loved Goddammit, loved Maybe I'll Catch Fire. Like, From Here to Infirmary, I was like, okay, this is still pretty good. Good Morning came out, I was like, maybe half of this is good. When Crimson came out, I was like, I'm out. This band sucks now. Like, I'm out. And then I don't think I've ever heard anything after that. Maybe bits and pieces.
So this is interesting.
I pretty much listened to the old stuff exclusively.
Now, what you just said, like, funnily enough, as a new ear, I almost fall right in line with you. From Here to Infirmary was the one I had the hardest time cutting stuff from. Mm-hmm. Like, it found me, like, I found that, like, oh, sweet, this is where I found this band. I like this. And so, like, that was the one where I had a hard time pulling my feelings out of the equation.
Yeah, it's a catchy record. Like, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
And then Good Morning's the one after that, right?
Right.
And that's where I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. I
didn't think it was bad, but I think probably Good Morning was the easiest because it was more so like, all right, I gotta have a representation at least. But that one was probably the easiest for me. Like I said, maybe I'll Catch Fire was the hardest one for me because that's where I found it. So it's like I had a lot of feelings in there that I had to sift through and figure out what was going to be. What's being biased here and what's actually trying to.
Yeah, I mean the singles one too. Like, I love all of those songs. Like, I had all those 7-inches and EPs and stuff and compilation tracks. Like, those are some of my favorite songs of theirs.
And then just to kind of finish my thought, like, coming out of Good Morning into Crimson, I liked Crimson a lot more than Good Morning.
I did too.
But I'm glad we stopped there, just for sheer song's sake.
I mean, yeah,
like,
shoot, we were already in the 80s, weren't we? Or something like that?
Yeah,
70
it was
or
high.
80 songs?
It was high. And then, like, then we added the it was titled the Alkaline Trio, but I think it was something else, John.
That's the singles collection, yeah.
Oh, okay,
They did an EP in between Goddammit and Maybe I'll Catch Fire called I Lied My Face Off. Then there's the For Your Lungs Only 7-inch. Then there's some compilation tracks in there as well.
And so, like,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, and it's not necessarily, because anytime I say this, and I'm going to say this at least one other time this weekend, John, it sounds like it's a negative connotation, but if you do it well, like, then what's the problem? The biggest problem I had with this band is a lot of the songs sounding or feeling the same.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like, yeah. I mean, it's hard to decide. Okay, well, if it's this sound, it becomes personal choice at that point.
For sure. And I would say exactly the same thing. That's actually how I was going to go about it too. Is like this band, I feel like they, with the exception to Crimson, because obviously we talked about they tried to change things up a little bit and be a little more mainstream, but they're like, they know what they are and they're just going to do that. Mm-hmm. And that's fine with me. Like, I like that fast-paced energy type of a band. And what I really enjoy about Alkaline Trio is, even though you have a lot of those, as far as your riffs and whatnot, and the sound of the music sounds a lot the same, but man, really, like, listening to lyrics and stuff like that, I really enjoy, because whether... And I guess, John, you might know a little bit more than me about some of the history that you were saying about Matt Skiba, but I feel like whether all this shit did happen to him, if we're talking about relationships, people dying, drugs, whatever the case, suicide, whatever, if all that shit has happened to him, damn, dude. But also, even if it didn't, he's able to write it and put it out as lyrics really well, I think. And that's why I think that's really gritty and just, I think gritty is the right word to me to really describe why I really like the band.
And mentioned, and we've talked a lot about Matt, but, Dan, the bass player, is also, they really balance having two songwriters and two singers really well.
Oh, I didn't even know that he had another songwriter.
Yeah, the guy who the bass player Dan Adriano
Okay.
sings and writes. He not as many. He has a couple on Goddammit, but I think going forward he has a few songs. He's the one that has the lisp, so he's very easy to pick
Okay.
out.
Gotcha. Yeah. I knew there was a difference of as far as who was the lead in certain songs. Like, okay, you definitely can hear that. That's news to me though. I thought Skeebs was the only songwriter. So that's cool.
No, yeah, they do two of them. And they balance their songs really well.
Well, and I guess just that that's kind of.
I'm going to call them Skeebs from now on, by the way.
That's a good thing to note, though, because in Blink-182, the 2 albums Matt's done with Blink, he's basically doing mostly backup vocals. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a couple songs where he takes lead, but he's doing mostly backup vocals.
And I mean, of course, when the other stuff he is actual lead is just doing Tom's part. So
yeah, essentially. So, well, okay. Well, so talk to me then, John, about putting your 20 together within the confines of the records that we chose here.
Yeah, so this was kind of hard. Like, I just listen to everything. I make a list of everything that grabs me, and I may usually have to cut a few, or maybe I have to go back and add a couple. But this one was tough. Like, if I could have included all of Goddammit, I would have. Like,
whole album, just put it on
that record.
Yeah.
But yeah, started there, and I probably had 8 or 10 that I absolutely have to have on there, like on my list. Like, there was no way I was going to have a list of 20 songs without having those 8 or 10 songs on there. So I started there, and then I listened to it, and I probably had 30, 35, and then just started working back from there. Tried to mix up the Dan and Matt songs, tried to have a representation of every album, but it wasn't too difficult. And I pretty much know all these songs anyway. I didn't have to do much listening to it.
Right.
Okay. Now, Joe, when you hopped in, initially you had basically had a list started, but it included all the new stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So talk to me about reworking your list.
So reworking and actually coming down to the final 20 was kind of actually difficult in the sense of, like we talked about, a lot of the songs sound the same, right? You get the same guitar riffs, you get the same fast-paced energy. So that was kind of difficult to figure out, more so just time-wise of like, okay, so going through each album individually and from our list is like, okay, these are the ones that stick out to me. Which ones sound pretty similar? Which one's the better one? Okay, I'm going to go with that one. And it was hard in the fact of like, just time-wise, right? Really kind of devoting and listening. But I think it was more so an easier decision with everything except Maybe I'll Catch Fire, because I feel like I'm the same way John is with I'm with Maybe I'll Catch Fire that you are with Goddammit, John. Is really, really difficult. I probably could have put everything on Maybe I'll Catch Fire, because obviously that was just the album that grabbed me initially. But after that, I mean, like I said, it was more so I took the bias out of it and just kind of picked one and just let that be, and not really go past that. Like, this is my decision, and I'm just going to stick with it and not, overthink it too much.
Yeah. Now, so for me, I want to say I had like 45, 49 on my initial listen, which is a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot one thing. Because, I had to rework. So I initially had, like, with the stuff that we had, plus the newer stuff I had originally had, I probably had, I don't know, in the 80s or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's too much, but it was definitely high. And then once we just cut out, the newer stuff, then it was down to like 35 the first pass.
Okay.
And then
manageable.
Yeah, 35 wasn't too bad. And then, like I said, it was just like going through. All right, same sound. Take that off. So
yeah.
After that, it wasn't too hard.
So for my first time through, but that's exactly what it was for me. Is like, my first time through was difficult because it's my first time's hearing all these. I'm trying to keep equal representation for each album. My second pass through was like mad easy, because it's like, okay, yeah, this is awesome. I like this, but I think we got this sound covered. Gone.
Right.
And then, I got down to 20 relatively easily. There was a couple songs where I was just like, I don't want to lose this, but
Right.
you know, it happens to me literally every week, and it's going to happen to me 4 times just this weekend at least.
Yeah,
so
I don't feel like with this cutting process that I had that thought at all on this. I think it's the first time that I've actually had that where like, oh, I can't really lose this one. What would like I said, I think it was actually once I figured out the route I was going with what I heard sound wise, just like make the decision, and that's what it is.
yeah. Well, with that being said, the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and the 3 of us have each combed through, I think it was 7 albums, maybe 8, and an EP, and or a collection, and we've pulled out 20 songs that we're now going to mash up against each other in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, the listener, on Alkaline Trio. I think I'm going to start here, and I got to be honest, I'm coming in with 0 game plan. Looking over like the listeners list, I saw a couple of my choices were up there, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and go with that, because at least then I have some guidance for at least hopping in here.
Sure.
So I'm going to go first with Burn.
I don't have it.
I do not have it either.
Into the trash.
Into the trash right off the bat.
Listeners are wrong. They are so wrong. All right.
Is that a newer one, or which one is that from?
That's off Crimson.
Crimson.
So.
Okay.
It is one of the better songs on Crimson, but yeah, it did not make my list.
All right. Into the trash, and then we'll move on over to Joe.
All right. Well, I've got a big fat fucking bone to pick with you, my darling. Radio.
Dun, 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 dun. That was one of the ones that the listeners have. That was actually one of the. I had it on my initial pass, but I ended up cutting it.
Well, I will salvage this. I do have radio.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right.
Into the combo. Because, like I said, I liked it. I clearly not enough to
clearly
like,
not
hold
enough
on.
to keep it on you.
That's hold on.
That's all right.
All right. Into the conversation, John.
Well, I'm gonna steal Justin's move and go with album 1, track 1, and go Cringe.
I do have Cringe. Yeah.
Yep.
I really liked that. I feel like, I don't know. I think that was their best track 1 that they had, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Just right off the bat, I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that really set the tone for, like, again, I've known at least a little bit of Alkaline Trio, but I haven't gone through their entire discography until doing this show. So hearing that right off the bat was...
So the only thing that I'll say negative about Cringe, because it's awesome, I love the song, obviously I had it, it's unanimous, is it set the tone really high and put my expectations up really high. And unfortunately, I don't think the expectations were met. That song, you know what I mean? And again, not necessarily a negative light as, oh, well, this band is shit. Just, I'm like, oh, this is what we're gonna get. It also made me pull so much of God damn it, because I was like, yes, it's right there. This is what I want. This is what this band does. Cool. But yeah, Cringe is in, man. I dig it.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna stay on that record.
That one was unanimous?
Yeah.
Nice.
I forgot to move it over.
That's why I was confused.
I are smart. Unanimous, which is always a great thing to get when there's so many songs.
Yeah, at least we get one in.
Yeah. All right. Let me trot this one out here. As You Were.
I have it.
I don't. That was one of my last cuts.
All right. Into the combo, though.
That is also, I should mention, the title of a really good podcast about Alkaline Trio, if anyone's interested.
Oh, right. Yeah, I gotta add that. I want to check that out for sure.
All right. Joe?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to... Well, since we're on Goddammit, let's just stay with Goddammit. I'm going with My Little Needle.
I got it.
I do not, but I'm glad that you guys do.
God damn it was such a hard album to cut from.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great album.
I limited myself to half of it, and that was part of the half that didn't make it. But yeah, if it gets through, I won't be mad.
Even though, I mean, obviously, I made a top 20 list, and a lot of it has, Goddammit in there too. But honestly, even if Alkaline Trio was only known for Goddammit, I think that would be like success to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just top to bottom, great record.
Again, like it set my expectations so high, and I just think God Damn It is absolutely their best work. Even though I had trouble with From Here to Infirmary as well, and I liked all the other records, I just think God Damn It is such a great representation of what they do. So, all right, John.
Well, let's give the bass player a little love, and let's do You've Got So Far to Go.
I do have that one.
I don't have it, but it goes to the combo.
Yeah, that's a really good track on Maybe I'll Catch Fire.
Yep.
All right. Into the combo it goes. All right, so like we're not missing wildly here other than my first one. And we have a unanimous. So like
oh, that one is you had it too, just?
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
Cringe was the unanimous.
Yeah. I'm with you.
All right, I'm going to play to something that like really spoke to me sound-wise. Like there's a couple times where Alkaline Trio like, and it's funny you mentioned they're from Chicago and I didn't know this, but there's like a Smashing Pumpkins feel to some of their tunes. And,
I could see that.
And this one specifically made me feel like I was listening to like a sped up Smashing Pumpkins. You're Dead.
That was one of my last cuts.
I do have that one. That's a fantastic song. Good choice.
Yes. Like I said, Here to Infirmary was super difficult. I could not get away from that. All right. Into the convo it goes, though. I'm with it. We may not need NTP.
I feel like we're doing pretty good, at least.
Yeah.
But we are going to later this weekend, I assure you, John. John likes NTP.
I do.
It gives me heart attacks.
Take it out of the trash.
All right, Joe?
Well, I'm going to... wow, I can't think what I was going to say. I'm going to stay on From Here to Infirmary, and I hate to say this because this never turns out well, but this is one of my favorite songs of Alkaline Trio. So I already know that it's probably going to fail because that's usually what happens to me when I say that. But I do have to say it because it is one of my favorite songs, and it's Take Lots with Alcohol.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
Oh, see, I knew I shouldn't have said it. Oh, I knew it. All right, that's okay.
Only the second one to go in the trash, too.
That's okay. Something's got to go in the trash.
Yeah, it's true.
Something has to go
Can't
in the trash.
hit everything.
But you should all just check it out, even though it's not going to be in the top 10. I had to say that just because I really liked the visual of this song. I got a lot of visual from this song, that's why I liked it. But anyway, moving on.
All right, John.
All right, let's go to one of the Crimson ones. Let's get these out of the way, and let's do Mercy Me.
Yeah, number 2 on my list.
All right, I don't have it, but I'm wrong clearly because you both have it, and that was one of the ones that listeners brought up.
That might be the best song on Crimson.
I was just going to say that. I feel like that song, and then, what was the other one that we just talked about? Burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the other one? Yeah. That one, and I feel like there's one or two other ones off that record that I really liked as far as, again, like we talked about, they're a little more produced. They're trying to change up the sound a little bit, but you still have that classic Alkaline sound too. Crimson's a pretty good record.
So we've got 7 between unanimous and conversation. So we're doing okay here. We just need to hit a couple more.
We're just gonna trash out the rest. Trash it out. NTP.
God, this needs to not happen. All right. You know what? I'm gonna try one of these ones off of the collection. How about Goodbye Forever?
Absolutely. One of that's in their top 3 songs for sure. That's a classic.
Well, clearly I'm wrong. I cut that one at the end. Especially with the what are we calling it? Just the compilation record, right?
Yeah.
Singles or self-titled.
I do have a few from that, but I had to cut Goodbye Forever.
All right, but it makes it over to the combo, so that's okay. All right, Joe.
So let's just stay with the compilations there. I'm gonna go with Cooking Wine.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't have it. That was literally number 21.
Wow.
I love the song. Yeah.
okay.
Wow.
It's okay.
All right. Into the trash.
Into the trash. Something's got to go.
Something's got to go. All right.
I think it suffers from maybe being too short. I think it's only about 90 seconds long.
Yeah, it's a real quick song. I just liked the what is it like? Sorry I'm late. I was spoiling my liver. You look pretty, or there's two of you and you look pretty, or something. I forget exactly how it goes, but I was like, okay, I like this.
All right.
If we have to go to NTP, that one's coming back.
Oh, there you go. All right, John.
All right, let's go back to Goddamn It. It's been too long, so I'm gonna say Southern Rock.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I got it.
No. Wait. Nope.
And funny enough, that was also on the singles too.
Yep, because it was on one of the 7 inches before Goddamn It came out.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until we was going through the list, and it came up again. I was like, didn't I already keep the song? Like, wait a second.
I thought about putting it on my list twice, but
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's why it stayed around, because I heard it as far as all the songs, like going through that first playthrough. I was like, oh, well, this song is great because obviously I liked it before and I like it again. So.
And it fits in that class of songs where the title does not describe what the song sounds like.
Not at all. No, not. Well, it's there's like that brief 3 or 5 seconds where it's slow, and then it just comes in at your face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I keep looking at this song, so I think I'm going to go here. And I just wanted to say this because it sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Aurora.
Yeah, I was going to go there next. Yes, sir. You took my only friend.
So you guys both have it?
Yes.
Okay, good. I do not, but right. I'm glad it stuck around because I love that song as well.
Yeah, again, with as far as like visuals, I love just like the overall visual of this song too. Is like, okay, so did you kill somebody in a car accident, or did somebody kill your friend in a car? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And
I think it's more about you don't want to blame the person who's leaving you, so you blame the car that's taking the person who's leaving you.
Ah, nice. Okay, I get that. Oh yeah. I'll never drive a Chrysler ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I won't get behind the wheel of a Chrysler
right
again.
Well, the good news is NTP is officially out the window.
Oh no, sorry, John.
Yeah, sorry, Cooking Wine. We'll get you next time.
It's all right.
All right, Joe.
All right. Well, since you
I stole your jank.
Stole that one. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So I guess I'm gonna go. I'll just stay on the same record, and it's "Keep 'Em Coming."
I got it.
I do not.
Into the combo though.
This one, kind of just like that whole record, just the way it comes in strong right away. With the riff, that grabbed me right off the bat. First 2 seconds.
There are so many yummy licks, guitar licks,
so good
going on with this band.
I mean, that's what they are.
Yeah,
essentially, and that's why a lot of their songs sound the same, because that's what they are.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, that said, I'm gonna go back and give Dan a little love. Maybe his best song ever, "Crawl."
That was one of the last cuts on the way up here, actually.
I was gonna say, I feel like I had that, but it's not in my list, so it must have been a late cut for me.
Oh, you guys, that's tough, because that is a fantastic song.
Wait, which album is that? Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously, Here to Infirmary. That definitely was. That definitely would have been on one of my first cuts. All right. Where do I want to go? I don't know if we have another unanimous in us. How about I'll stay on Here to Infirmary. Private Eye.
I got it.
I got it.
There it is.
You pulled out just jinxed it, and we got one in right after you
pulled
said
out
it.
a unanimous.
Dig it. All right.
I feel like, even though it's not, but I feel like there's a little sing-songy to this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of had the right place at the right time. You know?
Yeah, it's undeniably catchy.
Yeah, I really like that song. Obviously.
See, and that's what I thought was cool about it, is it's catchy, so it could catch a new ear, but it still sounds like Alkaline Trio, which isn't necessarily a catchy band, even though they have plenty of catchy songs.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
All right, Joe?
I feel like I'm going to be in the minority in this one, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. Again, just feels, man. Feels from this song. Enjoy Your Day.
Nope.
No, I didn't pick the acoustic ones off of Goddammit because I feel like, again, that's not really representative of what they do, and I feel like that's the reward for going back and listening to the whole album. So I didn't put that one on my list.
Yeah, I get that. Like I said, when I was putting it on my list, I was like, I don't, because they're not that acoustic band, right? They're not that. It's a slow song. They're not a slow band at all. Yeah. So
if you go on YouTube, you can find they've done some acoustic shows, and the songs, especially the older ones, do translate really well. Those are cool to check out if you're interested.
Definitely will.
All right, and John?
All right. Let's do All on Black. Good morning.
I do not have that.
No, me neither.
Okay.
But what's funny is that was one of the ones that had initially gotten through. But it did not stay.
She did not stay.
Into the trash she goes. Yeah, I feel A-okay now with finding some of this trash on my list. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start trying to find some of this trash on my list.
Let's trash it.
How about Fall Victim?
I don't have it.
Nope.
See?
There it is.
All right. Joe?
Well, because the next one on my list, so I'm just going to play it again. I'm probably going to be in the minority, and it's 97.
I got it.
Do you?
Oh, 97 is maybe the best Alkaline Trio song ever.
Oh,
Hey.
look at that. I got a unanimous in
Hey.
here.
Well,
They used to do it live. They would do a snippet of, I think it's an Ani DeFranco song. It's amazing. It was one of the best. They used to always close the shows with it.
Nice.
Love 97.
So what I like about 97 is it strikes a particular Justin chord with me. Like I can't really put my finger on it. It's going to be something guitars, but like it just felt like a Justin song on a band that isn't necessarily a Justin band.
Right.
Yeah. Like they rarely scratch that Justin itch throughout the albums that we listened to. Like they're just a good band that I really enjoyed listening to. And there's not Private Eye, but You're Dead scratches that Justin itch. And 97 was the other one that scratched that particular, this is what I like, itch. So
like this is you.
Yeah.
This is Justin.
yeah.
I get that.
All right. So that was Joe and yet another unanimous.
Whew.
All right.
Got one. I'm looking to get the most trash though. I already got 3 in there from me, so I'm trying to get the most trash. At least I'll get something.
All right. John.
All right, let's go back to Goddammit and do San Francisco.
Oh fuck.
I don't
No.
have that one. I chose a different one. I chose a different one.
Same.
Sorry,
Oh my
man.
God.
Well, I tell you what, I played myself out because I was trying to even out the records.
You said you weren't going to play the game.
Other than
He lied.
other than Good Morning. Other than Good Morning. Good Morning did not get equal representation for sure. Oh,
Well,
sorry.
San Francisco is great, and it
You right.
absolutely belongs on this list. So
Well, again, I could have made that case for anything on that record. So,
yeah.
All right. I guess that moves it to me. How about She Took Him to the Lake?
I
can tell by that
don't
silence.
have that one.
I do not. But that is a great dance song.
It is. That's where I was stuck in the I have to cut something off this record because I have all of them, so I have to cut something.
Yeah. All right. Well, trash. Sometimes the good songs go to the trash. What do you know? All right, Joe.
All right. Well, I mean, okay, I got to get back on the top here with the trash. So let's say which is going to go to the trash. Maybe this one. Clavicle.
Nope.
I don't have it, but the listeners did.
Trash. Yeah, it's another one of the half of Goddammit that didn't make it.
That was, if I had to guess, probably like 24 or 25 though.
Oh yeah,
because it definitely made my first round. All right, John.
All right, let's go with another one of my favorites of theirs, and go with Bleeder.
I don't have it.
I do.
Whew. Justin, you saved yourself on that one.
You saved.
If that had gone in the trash, we might have had to come to blows.
You saved a trip to the infirmary.
Hey,
exactly.
God damn it!
Well, we're officially gonna have to make some cuts too. All right, not looking forward to that.
We're gonna make a lot of cuts.
Yep. All right, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. How about this one? I like this name too. Stupid Kid.
I got it.
I do not have it. I think that was the single from
really?
that record. I think they did a video, but it was either that one or A Private Eye for me. They're both like super catchy and they're kind of similar.
You're not wrong, which is probably why it stuck out. So
yeah.
All right, Stupid Kid moves to the convo though. All right, Joe.
All right, let's see here. I only got a couple left, actually. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go back to Crimson, and I'm going to go with Deathbed.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
All right, back in the leaderboard for the trash.
Let's see. I feel like that one must have, because like it's sticking out for some reason.
Well, to me, it's that one. Mercy Me and Burn were like the good ones out of Crimson. So to me, anyway. But I could be wrong. I could be right. Who knows?
Who knows? All right, John.
All right, I'm gonna take a break and watch some newborn babies crack from work-related stress and say I lied my face off.
That was one of the last cuts for me.
I don't have it.
I think that was like number 23.
How can you not have it with that lyric? It's so good.
I must have missed it. Wait, which album is that? Oh, there it is. There it is.
The singles,
there it is. Yeah. There it is. All right, so right. Now it is my turn. And all right, might as well. How about this one? Madam Me.
Good song. I don't have it though.
I do not.
Again, had to cut it. Had to cut something.
Hey man.
And you were predicting that his answer would be yes, but it was no.
All right, into the trash. All right, Joe.
I'm gonna go to the singles and Sundials.
Nope.
Nope. That was I think their first song that they wrote from the first record, first 7-inch. And I think it's great, but it has too long of an outro. I think it's like almost 5 minutes long.
Yeah, it is a long song.
Yeah, it's great, but it just didn't make the cut.
That's okay. I'm trying to win the trash battle here, so I'm okay with that.
All right, John.
All right, let's do my last one. I think my last one from Crimson. Let's do Sadie.
Nope.
I don't. I cut Sadie.
That one for some reason.
Well, you've got some competition for the trash now.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think we've all had an equal share in the trash at this point. Because I'm probably about to go there too. How about, I'll trot this one out because this one was one of the ones that listeners suggested. This Could Be Love.
Do not have it.
No, nope. It was either that one or All in Black, and I had to cut it.
All right. Into the trash.
Golly, we got to get another unanimous here.
And I've got 4 left, I think. So we're narrowing it down here. All right, Joe.
Ooh, okay, let's try to get a unanimous here. I know. From Good Morning, I'm Fatally Yours.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, the opposite way.
Okay, well, here I thought I was picking the only good song from that album. Guess I was wrong.
All right, John.
All right. Well, if we've got another unanimous one in us, it's going to be this one. Let's go Nose Over Tail.
Oh fuck no.
Nope, I don't have that one.
What?
I chose one other one from God Damn It. It wasn't
Same.
Nose
it
Over
wasn't that one.
Tail?
Same.
Oh my God.
I don't
do
mean to
have-
hurt. I
Alright,
don't mean to.
alright.
I don't mean to hurt feelings.
We have to put a disclaimer on this episode.
Yeah, right.
I'm wishing I would have had a little bit more time with the band, maybe. But because I don't know, man. Like, again, I hate to repeat myself, but that whole album, I mean, clearly we all agree, because even at this point, at minimum, there's 5 songs left that haven't been played from that.
Yeah,
from
I
that
mean,
album.
God Damn It is the album. Let's be real.
Absolutely.
Let's be real.
All right, so I'm going to trot my last one out from God Damn It then. Message from Kathleen.
Don't have it.
Nope. God. Nope. Great though. Good choice.
Into the garbage.
Into the garbage.
All right, Joe.
Okay, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I only have actually one. I only got 3 left. So
Same.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we're right on pace then. From God Damn It, Cop.
Oh, goddamn. Nope.
God damn
obviously.
it. Okay.
No, I do not have Cop.
That was I chose Cop over San Francisco. That was to recall.
I think, honestly, like, initially I picked Cop over San Francisco, and then I ended up picking Message from Kathleen over Cop. It's difficult, man.
It's difficult.
It ain't easy.
It ain't. Not at all.
All right, John.
All right, let's try to keep making me sad with another song from God Damn It that you guys aren't gonna have, and let's do Trouble Breathing.
Nope.
No, sorry, buddy.
But I will say this.
It was on the initial cut though.
We officially named all but one song from that album between the 3 of us.
Yeah, the other acoustic one.
So that should tell you something. That tells you everything you need to know about that record.
For sure.
All right. I'm just gonna blast my 3 out here.
Yep.
Bloodied Up,
Nope.
Great song, but no.
Donner Party All Night,
Nope.
Nope.
and Your Neck.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. All right. You want to blast yours out there, Joe?
Actually, the only one I actually have left is Mr. Chainsaw
Oh, okay.
from
Nope.
From Here to Infirmary.
All right. And then
And I had Another Innocent Girl and If We Never Go Inside.
you know what? I think Another Innocent Girl was one of my last few cuts too. Dang it.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. So let's.
Wow, we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, let's archive those and let's slide on over here to what we got left. All right, so first of all, we have 3 unanimous: Cringe, Private Eye, and 97. Those are absolutely in because they are unanimous. So we've got 7 that we need to get. From these: Radio, As You Were, My Little Needle, You've Got So Far to Go, You're Dead, Stupid Kid, Mercy Me, Goodbye Forever, Southern Rock, Fuck You, Aurora, Keep 'Em Comin', and Bleeder.
Okay.
So let me try to organize these a little by album, at least.
Well, the bottom ones there, you can move radio down to the bottom there with "fuck you" and "keep them coming" because that's the same.
Well,
And
before I might save you a little trouble. Can we just agree to move all the Goddammit songs over to the list?
I honestly, I can't argue against it.
I
really can't.
I can't argue at all. Not at all. Because obviously,
let's do that.
We played everything from that album.
Yeah.
So, and and Justin technically is a new ear.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm semi new ear because I only knew Maybe I'll Catch Fire. So.
Yeah, and so I mean that puts us at 6. All right, so now it comes. What do we play for the last 4?
I feel like radio should get in.
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning there were 8 or 10 that I really thought had to be on there, and radio. There's a couple in here. Radio, Goodbye Forever, and Bleeder, I think are far and away the best of the rest, as you would say.
All right, so radio was close for me anyway. So I was the odd man out on radio. So let's plop that one through. I had both Bleeder and Goodbye Forever, so I can't really.
I think I was the odd man out on those two, but I liked both those songs. Like I said, it was just down to I have to
Goodbye Forever, especially if we're not going to do both of them, at least Goodbye Forever is such a fucking good song. It deserves to be on this list.
I'm good with that.
All right. So do we want to just do the one or both? What do you think, Joe?
I mean, I think we probably could do both just because, I mean, if we're looking at the rest of the layout here, I mean, I suppose, let's see, what would that put us at 9 then?
Let's see.
Right?
I think so.
That would make us have 9?
Yep, that puts us at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I'm looking at, so what's sticking out to me is Mercy Me, but while I really love that song, but I don't necessarily think that's a representation of Alkaline Trio because they went kind of that different, trying to have a little bit different sound, you know what I mean? I'd be okay having it in, and I'm okay cutting it, so if we're trying to narrow something else down.
Well, I think all these are Matt songs, if I believe. So if we want to have a Dan song on there, you could do You've Got So Far to Go. I think that's the only one of his that's in the conversation that made it through. So if that's something that we care about, then that should be the one. But You're Dead is great. Mercy Me's pretty good. And then, the rest of them, I wouldn't have any problem with these.
So let's try to make some cuts before we make our final decision. You mentioned You're Dead, Stupid Kid, pretty similar, but You're Dead is far superior to Stupid Kid, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. So we could get rid of
let's get rid of Stupid Kid. Now let's narrow these 3 down. You've Got So Far to Go, Fuck You, Aurora, Keep 'Em Coming. Let's narrow that down to 1. I
would say either Fuck You, Aurora, or Keep 'Em Coming. Keep one and trash the other one.
All right.
Yeah, I would. That
one's difficult because I had them both.
Yeah, so did I. So did I, yeah. Ooh,
I would say maybe Keep 'Em Coming.
I think
goes and Fuck You, Aurora stays.
Okay.
For now.
I'm leaning that way too, actually, to be honest.
I was actually going to be the odd man out there, but.
Oh.
I was actually going to say have Keep 'Em Coming stay and Fuck You, Aurora goes, even though Fuck You, Aurora is good, but I feel like if that's coming down to the end, radio and Fuck You, Aurora are kind of the same, they're slower until later on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where I think Keep 'Em Coming is more, if we're keeping it later on in the conversation here to maybe get into the top 10 is more of an Alkaline song, I feel like, because it's that quicker pace.
You said the magic words right there. All right, I'm with you. We'll drop Aurora. Keep 'em coming.
Did we lose You've Got So Far to Go?
Yes.
I don't remember deciding that. Okay.
Oh, maybe I just misheard you.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to, You've Got So Far to Go could still be in the conversation, I think.
Okay. All right. So let me move that one. right, so those are our final 4. Everybody sees the same ones, right?
Yeah.
You're Dead, Mercy Me. You've got So Far to Go. Keep them coming.
And
We only
again,
get 1.
I feel like even though I like Mercy Me, I don't necessarily think that it's compared to those other 3. I think it's the odd man out.
Okay.
Right. I agree.
All right, let's move that then.
Good song, but it doesn't really, with what we've talked about and looking at our 9 that we have right now, that definitely doesn't fit in with that.
All right, so of these, You're Dead, you've got So Far to Go. Keep them coming. Now, You're Dead, I love You're Dead, but
So if you want to go, if you want to go with the best song, like songwriting wise, it's You're Dead. Like that's the best song of these 3. If you want to go with, if you want to have an equal representation, or at least not equal, but some representation of Dan, then you've got So Far to Go. If you want maybe the best guitar riff, if we're looking at track 1, then it's Keep 'Em Coming. So it just depends on which way we want to go.
Right.
oh boy.
And we've got So Far to Go.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really remember You're Dead a lot. I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I just don't really remember how that went.
That song is important to me personally, so I won't like get too much into it. But that if I had to pick one, it would be You're Dead.
All right. Well, so you mentioned it's of the songwriting, it's the best. Do we?
It's lyrically, it's the best. It's one of their deeper songs. It's not one that's got like a fuck you in the title, or like some line about newborn babies cracking from work-related stress. But it's a classic. Like it's meaningful. I love it. And that's the one I'm going to push for.
So do we have that ground covered though? Like, do we have like as far as just like
Lyrically?
Yeah, deep lyrics, well-written songs.
A little bit, but you can never have too much.
Okay.
I mean, you sold me. I'm fine with You're Dead.
I mean, You're Dead's easily my favorite of the 3, so
I'm fine with that because I mean, with You've Got So Far and Keep 'Em Coming. I mean, we already have Radio in there, which I think is tops with that album. Maybe I'll Catch Fire. So yeah, I'm good with You're Dead.
Well, if Dan's listening to this, sorry Dan, we didn't pick any of your songs, but
sorry, man.
They're great.
All right. Well, we've got our 10 then. Let me run down our 10. And we got Cringe, Private Eye, 97, As You Were, Southern Rock, My Little Needle, Radio, Goodbye Forever, Bleeder, and You're Dead. Yeah.
Haha, You're Dead.
Yeah, right?
That's a great list.
Okay, now let's put the feet to the fire. Of those 10, John, which one is the one?
Cringe.
Ooh, okay. Not what I was expecting you to answer, but okay.
Yeah.
Agreed. Cringe.
Same.
Yeah. Like I think that was our first one that we got in.
Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes,
Goodbye Forever is a close second. And Bleeder and Radio a close third and fourth, but Cringe is the one.
Again, you push play on the playlist on everything, and that's the first thing you hear. Like, I'm such a fan of that.
And I mean, we set this list up as far as all the things, we got unanimous on, and then the ones that we just talked about. Like, so setting that tone, like you talked about, you heard Cringe on God Damn It, you're like, yeah, cool, that's what I'm expecting. And, not that you were necessarily let down, but it changed a little bit for you as you went. But now we got it, and I feel like you got a good setup of
it was always the first one they would open up with live too. Back then, you would always get that riff to start the show, and you were immediately like in it. Like you immediately was where everybody was jumping around and going crazy. It was great.
I mean, Cringe is definitely. Thanks for coming out. We're Alkaline Trio. This is Cringe. So
yeah. All right. Well, that was easy because I had it narrowed down to in my head Cringe in 97. So. Cringe, I think, is the one. So we got it. That was
easy.
That was mad easy. So,
Matt easy.
So you're not angry with us, John? We did okay.
Oh no, you guys, we did great. It was touch and go for a little while, but we salvaged it at the end.
Maybe next time we'll get NTP.
Yeah,
we'll work.
Well, it's gonna happen. There's.
Oh my god! Like But look at the ones that were out, like Cooking Wine, Crawl, Enjoy Your Day, San Francisco, She Took Him to the Lake, Trouble Breathing, Nose Over Tail, This Could Be Love, like I Lied My Face Off, like that would Bloodied Up, like that would have been a great 10 on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
The trash 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trash.
The
10.
trash 10.
I feel good about it. And I also feel good about you becoming a patron. Patreon.com/oh hi Justin, $1 a month. And you get everything I'm doing. And I mean that literally. Like, if I'm recording a pod, you get it. If I'm writing a TV show, you get it. If I'm writing another pod, you get it. If I'm writing songs, you get those for $1 a month. That's it. And that's all I'll say about it, because there's much more pressing issues. Now, Joe, I'm not sure when the next time you're going to be here is.
I don't
Probably
know.
January or February.
I got a lot on the list
Yeah.
that I put out there.
But here's what I'll say. So we recorded Alkaline Trio today. John is going to be here three times on
he's
Sunday.
Got a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Got a lot of shows coming up.
And then he'll be here one more time next Sunday for the
Sorry,
promise ring.
everybody.
So that gets me into January. And then in a couple weeks, we're doing the Fredo sessions, which is 5 episodes. So that gets me through January.
Hey, that's fine.
And then into February. And then I've got Imogen Heap sometime in probably January with Brian and my wife. And then there's the best of 2019 that'll get done within that time frame. So that'll probably round out February.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's fine, because then I can actually spend some more time on some of these bands that I've put out there.
You can start crafting your lists.
Yeah, I'm just do it now. I'll just be prepared. The week of, I'll be like, I'm already ready. Let's do it now.
So you ready for the rest of these on Sunday, John?
I'm excited, man. Like I said, I absolutely love doing these. Thank you so much. I love coming up with the lists. I love talking about it. It's great. Thank you.
All righty. It's going to be a thing, and you guys will find out in the coming weeks how the rest of the John F. sessions go. So, that being said, Alkaline Trio, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.